Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Luck's Jaguars going up against Bridgewater's Jets.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken about 7 yards deep. As he's up a yard or two shy. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Second down, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the interception, it's Love. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they? Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Luck. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Luck on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run with Ivory. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. 1st down, Bridgewater. He finds Ivory here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield? It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Here's Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And tough starting field position here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So much for having too many defensive linemen. Remember the reaction when the Jets took Leonard Williams? They said they've got too many. Guy's a Pro Bowler in his second season.
Yeah, 7 sacks in that sophomore campaign last year. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, Ivory. Get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. This is where, on passes like that, it could really be troublesome not having Brandon Marshall.
He's such a big downfield threat, knows how to go up and get it. Don't forget, Devin Smith, another high flyer, is likely to miss 2017 as well with a leg injury.
And an update from up in Foxborough. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They set up the screen to Ivory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Bridgewater on first down. escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at this, 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He's going to fire one deep. Middle. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
To throw is Locke. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Play action. It's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Michael Pruitt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flushed out right. And he floats one there, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go.
Now Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I can never stump you on stats, but go ahead and let the people know. Who was second in the NFL 2016 in yards per carry?
It was that man, Bilal Powell, right at 5.5.
He may have had to share some carries in the backfield with Matt Forte, but boy, he took advantage of his touches.
And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Bridgewater now on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain on the play there, second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw, Bridgewater. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. This is the running back, Powell. And some room to maneuver. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Fournette, a first down carry. Open space inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. To throw is Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And an update. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this,
Chris Ivory loses the football, and the Jags grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And his guys are going to have a 1st and goal down at the 3-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tigers! Two Jets!
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Get ready!
Second down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. He's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Marcel Darius in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Play clock winding down. They come up in an offset eye. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
2nd and goal to go now. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even sit.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for him. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Marcel Darius getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Jets on 3rd down, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jets on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.